As 2018 gains full speed, it's time for my annual look at trends in the nation's longest-running personal injury litigation, asbestos. You may have peripheral awareness of it due to those if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma ads, but its reach is beyond those sound bites playing on loop. Actually, asbestos lawsuits are the nation's longest-running personal injury litigation and have driven nearly 100 companies into a special form of bankruptcy, where trust funds are set up to pay future liabilities. Those funds have become controversial and, in 2017, more than a dozen state attorneys general launched an investigation into whether asbestos trusts were skipping required payments to Medicaid or other agencies providing health care to asbestos victims. When victims receive compensation for asbestos injuries, some of the money may be owed to repay agencies that provided health care, like Medicaid and Veterans Hospitals. Likely even more ominous for the plaintiffs' bar in 2018, the state AGs are asking President Trump's Justice Department to join their investigations of the repayment issue. The letter making that task was even noted during a U.S. Senate committee hearing. I should note the AG political affiliation. They are Republicans, perhaps because the victims' attorneys as a group are generally a major funder of Democrats. If any shred of evidence arises that the trust funds or victims' attorneys somehow violated federal False Claims Act provisions, then some major national law firms might face federal queries. The milestone investigations are tied, in large part, to a 2014 North Carolina case known as Garlock, where a gasket maker sought bankruptcy protection over its asbestos liability. The judge in the case allowed unprecedented discovery into cases and found a pattern where victims recalled one history of asbestos exposure in civil litigation and another when applying to the trust funds. The subsequent release of the Garlock research has brought civil racketeering cases and was specifically noted in the aforementioned AG investigation. More Garlock fallout also hit my inbox toward the end of 2017, with the prominent right-leaning Washington Legal Foundation, or WLF, issuing one of its legal letters. Like white papers and other documents, the letters often build a policy case for Washington insiders. Authored by an attorney and former counsel to the U.S. House of Representatives Judiciary Committee, the WLF letter effectively puts trust funds on notice. Of course, the trust funds must technically be approved by the federal bankruptcy court, but have come under fire for a lack of oversight. For example, the WLF letter asserts that the director of the U.S. Trustee Program, Clifford J. White, has stated here is a general lack of transparency in the operation and oversight of post-confirmation trusts, especially asbestos trusts. Among other things, there is a lack of reporting on the operations of such trusts and no clear recourse for stakeholders to challenge the claims review process or the administration of trust operations. In that same testimony, Director White also said that it was very clear for asbestos trusts that there is no independent policeman, there is no watchdog, neither the court nor the U.S. Trustee Program have significant jurisdiction post-confirmation. However, the WLF letter also contends that there can be post-confirmation oversight and, more assertively, that law allows notification to the appropriate United States attorney of matters which relate to the occurrence of any action which may constitute a crime under the laws of the United States. Indeed, 20 state attorneys general recently wrote to U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions asking the Department of Justice to investigate and prosecute potential fraud in the asbestos bankruptcy trust system. This all played out at a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing in November where Senator Tom Tillis RNC submitted the state AG request to the Justice Department into the congressional record. Ready to plot some points on a curve? Reuters News Service reported last fall that an affiliate of Georgia Pacific LLC, which makes Brawny paper towels, has filed for U.S. Chapter 11 bankruptcy amid soaring litigation costs to defend against claims that its products caused asbestos-related diseases. The affiliate, Bestwall LLC, is part of Georgia Pacific, which is owned by Koch Industries, and Bestwall said its joint compound in total never amounted to more than 1.5% of asbestos-containing products sold in the U.S., yet the company is now named in from 70 to 80% of all